Hello, my friends. Welcome. Come closer. Let's sit together for a moment in this space of honesty and deep reflection. I see you. I know why you clicked on this. The title, Urologist, 3 Secret Pressure Points to Boost Morning Erections After 60. It's provocative, isn't it? It promises a simple fix, a secret shortcut to reclaim a piece of your youth, a piece of your vitality, a sign of your enduring power. And in that very moment of clicking, there's a flicker of hope, a whisper of anxiety, and perhaps a question you've been afraid to ask out loud. I want to look past the sensational title, past the simple promise, and right into the heart of that anxiety. Because this conversation isn't about a secret or a quick fix. It's about something far more profound. It's about your soul. It's about your health. It's about the exquisite, complex tapestry of being a man in this modern world and finding a deeper, more resonant definition of vitality in your 60s and well beyond. For so many years, we've defined power by what the body can do. And as we age, when the body begins to change, when those reliable, automatic signs of masculine health begin to falter, it can feel like a profound loss. It's not just the physical act, is it? It's the loss of the proof. The proof that you're still vital, still desirable, still whole. It can feel like the universe is pulling a silent, invisible curtain down on a chapter of your life. And that feeling, my friends, is heavy. It's a burden we often carry in silence, believing we are the only ones, which is simply not true. What I want to share with you today, inspired by the wisdom of countless physicians, urologists, cardiologists, and psychologists, are not 3 literal, magical spots on your foot or wrist. No. The greatest secret, the most powerful and transformative pressure points we have are not external. They are internal. They are 3 foundational pillars of your well-being, 3 places where you can intentionally apply pressure. Positive, loving, focused pressure. To restore a natural flow, not just of blood, but of life force. This is about reclaiming your narrative. It's about understanding that a morning erection, that primal, involuntary sign of health, is not a vanity metric. It's a profound dashboard indicator. It tells you about the health of your heart, the balance of your hormones, and the tranquility of your mind. If the indicator light is off, you don't just tap the dashboard, you check the engine. So, let's explore these 3 real, foundational pressure points for men after 60. Pressure point number 1, the mind. The pressure point of presence. The urologists will tell you that the engine for an erection is in the pelvic floor, but the ignition switch is in the brain. If your mind is a freeway choked with traffic, with stress, with financial worry, with regret over the past or fear of the future, how can it send a clear, powerful signal to the rest of the body? It simply can't. After 60, many men carry a lifetime of unaddressed stress. We have been taught to be the rock, the provider, the fixer. And that accumulated pressure, that constant state of low, great anxiety, releases a relentless flood of cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol is the anti-aphrodisiac. It is the enemy of vitality. It literally tightens the blood vessels and shifts the body out of rest and digest, the state required for sexual function, and into fight or flight. The pressure point here is presence. It's the intentional practice of bringing your mind out of the noise and into the now. Ask yourself, what story am I telling myself about my age and my capabilities? Many men start an intimate moment with the story of failure already playing in their head. Will I be able to? What if it doesn't work? She'll be disappointed. This self-fulfilling prophecy, this performance anxiety, is arguably the single greatest psychological hurdle to natural function. To apply pressure to this point, you must adopt practices that force the mind to rest. It's not complicated. It's about stillness. It's about taking the time, even 10 minutes, to intentionally not solve a problem. Whether it's mindfulness meditation, a slow, silent walk in nature, or simply sitting on your porch with a cup of tea and watching the birds. You're telling your nervous system it is safe. I can relax And when you approach intimacy, shift your focus entirely. Stop focusing on the outcome, the erection. Focus instead on the experience, on the scent of her skin, the warmth of her hand, the sound of her breath. This shift from performance to presence rotates the entire nervous system. It takes the pressure off your body and puts the focus back on connection, which is the true, enduring pleasure of intimacy in a mature life. Your mind becomes an ally, not a warden. This is perhaps the most medically critical point, and one that is often dismissed as just general health advice. The truth, however, is beautifully simple and profoundly interconnected. Urologists have a saying, "What is good for the heart is good for the penis." Think about that. An erection is fundamentally a vascular event. It is a sudden, powerful rush of blood into tiny, delicate vessels. The vessels in the penis are some of the smallest and most sensitive in the entire body. They are the canary in the coal mine for your entire cardiovascular system. Years before a blockage might be serious enough to cause a full-blown heart attack, those tiny penile blood vessels, often the first to be affected by plaque and inflammation, can start to signal a problem. A fading morning erection, therefore, is a compassionate warning from your body. Please, pay attention to the flow. The pressure point of flow is about maximizing the health of your arteries. And this means we must apply pressure to two critical areas, movement and fuel. Movement is non-negotiable. It's not about training for a marathon. It's about making your heart pump. A daily brisk walk of 30 minutes. High-intensity interval training, that gets the blood surging even in short bursts. Weight training, which dramatically improves testosterone and nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide being the vital compound that tells your blood vessels to dilate and open up for the blood flow. Exercise is not a choice. It is your daily dose of the most powerful cardiovascular and hormonal medicine on the planet. Fuel is the food you eat. You cannot build a castle with rotten bricks. Your arteries will only be as clean and pliable as the substances you introduce into your bloodstream. This means a radical, compassionate audit of your diet. Prioritize foods rich in those natural vasodilators, foods that help blood vessels open. Think dark leafy greens, berries, nuts, healthy fats like olive oil and avocado. Reduce simple sugars and processed carbohydrates that fuel inflammation, which is the primary driver of arterial plaque. This pressure point is where discipline meets self-love. It's about looking at your plate and your activity level not as a chore, but as an act of profound respect for the remaining chapters of your life. You are literally opening the pipes for the river of life to flow freely. And that flow is crucial for every part of your body, including the one you are concerned about. This is about having the stamina, the energy, and the clean pathways to live a vibrant life. And the sexual energy is simply a beautiful byproduct. The body's foundation, the pressure point of balance. Our third pressure point is about the foundational architecture of the body, and specifically, the delicate dance of hormones and sleep. After 60, testosterone levels naturally decline. This is not a failure, it is a biological reality. Testosterone is the fuel that powers libido, muscle maintenance, bone density, and mental drive. But low T is often an effect of poor lifestyle, not just the cause of the problem. The key to applying pressure here is balance. And the most overlooked, yet single most powerful tool you have to balance your hormones naturally is sleep. Think of your body like a factory. During the day, it's open for business, using up resources. At night, when you sleep, the factory shuts down and the cleaning crew comes in. The repair work is done. Testosterone is produced. Cortisol levels drop. The lymphatic system cleanses the brain. If you shortchange your sleep, if you habitually get 6 hours instead of a healthy 7 to 8, you are firing the cleaning crew halfway through the shift. You wake up in a deficit. Chronic sleep deprivation keeps cortisol high, which in turn actively suppresses the production of testosterone and other crucial reproductive hormones. It's a vicious cycle. The late night news, the phone scrolling, the worry. It all robs you the biological repair time you desperately need. To apply pressure to this point, you must become a fierce and intentional protector of your sleep hygiene. Set a fixed bedtime. Make your bedroom a sanctuary, cool, dark, and silent. Stop looking at screens an hour before bed. This is not passive rest. It is active healing. It is when your body rebuilds itself, and it is a necessary precursor to hormonal balance. The second part of the balance is addressing underlying conditions. If you are a man over 60 experiencing significant changes, this is not the time for secrets and shame. This is the time for radical honesty with a trusted physician. Issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol do not just coincide with declining function, they are often the cause of it. By treating these conditions, managing blood sugar, lowering blood pressure, you are, in effect, treating the issue of vitality. Take the medication, not because you're failing, but because you are loving your body enough to manage the engine properly. And finally, if diet, exercise, and sleep are optimized, a candid conversation with your urologist or endocrinologist about your hormone levels and whether medically supervised replacement therapy is appropriate is a choice to be made without judgment or fear. It is simply one more tool in your comprehensive toolbox for maximizing a life well lived. My friends, this conversation has brought us full circle. We started with a headline about 3 secret pressure points, and we've discovered that the real secrets are not hidden at all. They are the fundamental, universal truths of human well-being wrapped in the beautiful, complex package of maturity. The issue on the surface is a physical function, but the issue beneath is one of self-acceptance and holistic stewardship. Your body is not a machine that suddenly runs out of warranty at age 60. It is a finely tuned instrument, and it responds directly to the way you treat it. By applying intentional, loving pressure to these 3 foundational points, the mind presenced, the heart flowed, and the body's foundation balance, you are not just aiming for a fleeting physical sign. You are activating an entire system of vitality. You are maximizing your energy, improving your mood, extending your health span, and restoring a natural, organic confidence that radiates from the inside out. And that confidence, that deep, peaceful knowing that you are healthy, present, and engaged with your life is the most powerful aphrodisiac of all. It is what connects you to your partner with genuine affection, free from the crushing weight of performance. It is what allows you to redefine intimacy not as an obligation, but as a joyful expression of the love, health, and profound connection you've cultivated. The physical sign of vitality is a gift, but the internal state of vitality is a choice. It is a practice, and it is entirely within your grasp. So, let us stop searching for the secret shortcut. Let us stop living in the shadow of a simple physical measurement. Let us embrace the richness of this life chapter with clarity, honesty, and purposeful action. The secret to reclaiming your power after 60 is not in 3 hidden pressure points, but in one single, undeniable truth. You cannot separate the health of your body from the health of your mind and the courage of your spirit. Go forth today, not with desperation, but with determination. Start with one act of self-care. Take the walk. Get the sleep. Tell yourself the better story. The life you want, the vitality you crave, is waiting for you to simply apply the right kind of pressure. The power is not lost, my friends. The power is within you. Now go use it.